Peloton. Hi guys. Hey. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm trying to get a signature greeting for you guys and it's not going very well. Hi guys. Welcome back to another video with me, Bella, or aka Bella. It also takes a very special kind of person anyway to be able to talk to a camera very smoothly. I need a lot more experience in this. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I keep staring into the lens like... I am so excited. I'm actually so hyped. Oh my gosh, I can't even like... It's not even like a fake hype just for YouTube. So I'm super excited to talk to you about this topic. So today I'm going to be talking about Peloton. Peloton. Today I'm going to be talking about Peloton and their program that I've been taking part in for the last 7 weeks. There's an 8-week program. I'm going to show you on the screen either side, maybe here, maybe the whole thing, and I'm just like in the corner. So I'm going to be talking to you about the program, how I feel about it, improvements, things I loved about it, because there's so much that I love about Peloton. Their equipment, their programs, their classes, their instructors, they're literally everything. Like their apparel, okay? Like there's a lot of things that I like and I love. I'm a little bit of an enthusiast for Peloton. So today I'm talking to you specifically about a program that I'm 7 weeks into. So the program's called You Can Run. At the beginning of this, I could not run. I was not a runner. Well, 50-50. I'd started some of their classes. I was 7 weeks ago. I was a few weeks into taking their classes, really getting familiarized with the Peloton community and their classes and their programs, all sorts. This is the first program in the Peloton series that I have taken part in. You Can Run. In this program, learn the essential tips and tricks to really enjoy running. Over 8 weeks of training will build your foundation and technique until you can easily cruise through 30 minutes of sustained running. 30 minutes of sustained running is a whole lot of minutes, okay? That is a long time for a beginner to be running. The program is 2 days a week for 8 weeks. But 8 weeks is a very long time. The fact they want you to make so much progress throughout these 8 weeks from me at least, from me not being a runner, not knowing or having literally any endurance capacity, even at a jogging pace, at like a shuffle pace, you know, like a slower run, a slower jog pace. I could do little sprints. At a push, maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes of running, 3 minutes, and that's pushing it. Before this program, I could literally, my endurance was, it wasn't.
My endurance wasn't.
Now, to talk about the program, so that's where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a background where I was not a runner. I had no background in running, well, very, very minimal at least. So it started off quite like relatively good, I can't lie. It's a 20-minute workout. You kick it off with 8 minutes of it is warming up, followed by 3 sets of 2-minute jogs with equal walking recoveries. Now that was good, you know. Isn't the easiest thing to do, but it wasn't hard either. Also, then you have Jess King. Also, Peloton, for what reason is a walk and run put as a walking exercise? I was literally like, what? At the beginning, I was like, this is hard, you know? And I'm running a lot of it. So why is it a walking exercise when it's running as well? That's only if you're looking at your little achievements and you're looking at your little medals, and that's something that I look at obviously. It's not on. Maybe they should have like a walk and run badge. That'd be cute. So in the first week you have 2 walk and runs. Fine. It started off, fresh. You felt kind of, you felt like you were exerting yourself a little bit as a beginner. Okay, I have to stress this. I am a beginner. Maybe this isn't the right track to go, but we'll talk about it more. In week 2, you have warm-up routines with Selena Samuela and Adrian Williams, and that's where I was like, this is my element, I'm feeling good.
It was at this moment she knew she messed up.
We're working up on a lot of how to warm up before you run, because warming up is so important for your body before you do a strenuous cardiovascular exercise. Peloton will really tell you that warming up is super important to get your body in the right place for running. You start off with spend 8 minutes warming up your feet, calves, hamstrings, and quads before you try out some strides with Selena. That was all fine. That was nice. And then 10-minute warm up with Adrian and ready to run with Adrian. Fine, good. Week 3. This was nice. This was a really good week. So it's all about cadence, and cadence is not your speed, but the speed that your feet land on the tread. There's a difference between how much you accelerate and how fast you're going compared to how fast your feet are going. They'll tell you about it in the program, but there's like an optimal cadence so that you don't waste energy. That's what those 2 classes are about. They're amazing. They were really good. When I was literally like, oh my goodness. When I say, it was good, I don't mean like at the time. I was like, wow, this is epic. This is amazing. Oh, wow, this is eye-opening. No, I mean that looking back and like reflecting on that class, I felt like it really benefited me later on with my running. At the time, I was literally like, who in what world moves their feet at like that? Okay, sorry, that doesn't make any sense to anybody who doesn't know what cadence is. But, so like, imagine that this is how you move your feet, but now you're going to start moving your feet like this. This is how you move your feet. It's like, oh, no. No. No one, like, I had never heard of this, like, this optimal cadence. So, all of a sudden you go from like plodding along like this, like bigger strides, but still, at the same speed, to doing these like little bloop, 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 all over the tread. I don't know. I feel like I have to retake that class just to know if I'm doing it now or if I'm like still kind of plodding along. It's something that you really think about later on when you're running. Okay, yeah, so in week 2 we did these warm-ups. Oh my gosh, amen. That was nice. Week 3 we did cadence. Week 4, we did a running pace. I can't even remember week 4. Anyway, so Matt Wilpers and Jess King were in week 4. It must have been a really good week because I don't remember it. I'm sure it was fine because I love my girl Jess King, especially for the rides, and Matt Wilpers. This was my first class doing anything with Matt Wilpers. So then we go on to week 5, and week 5, guys. Week 5 is the one. Week 5 is all about form. It was just all about form. That's what you need to know. Really amazing. I love everything about form. Working on your form is just literally it just changes so much about how you run. You just don't waste as much energy when you're really looking after your form, thinking about how you're running, your positioning of your feet, your body, your pelvis, is it tucked, or your shoulders down, Form is so important. And like, even from that class, it's not even something that I looked back on. Like, I really learned some amazing and valuable things in those first 5 weeks. It wasn't even like a mind overload. It wasn't like, whoa, this is like so intense. All these new things I need to learn, things I need to do and think about when I'm running. They were just so simple. The way they were explained, I was just like, I understood it. Then we get to week 6. And this is where things take a bit of a turn for the worst. This was intense because all the other weeks I was kind of like, I was chilling through it. Week 6 comes. It's Bex and Adrian again. And no. Hi guys. Sorry, I had to take a break. I'm back now. We're just gonna continue from week 6. So week 6 of the program was intense. It was like the first time where we weren't just like running these little 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. We were working on our pace as well. Like how fast would you run those? So it was no longer like a sustainable pace for me on the Peloton is a 5. I would say that is the pace where I can really, I can push myself for quite a few minutes. The max that I've ever run on the Peloton without stopping is 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's like the max I've ever run ever. So yeah, so with Bex and Adrian, that was a really intense week. Week 7. Week 7 was not the one. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting a little bit stressed out for week 8. But week 7 was super hard. We were no longer, like they wanted you to run at a good running pace and to bring it back into a jog. And when your pace is already such a slow, it's just so hard to run the whole thing. Like I need to walk, okay? Like that's just it. I just need to walk. And then obviously I haven't got to week 8 yet, and the end of the first class of week 8 is endurance based, and then that's a half an hour session still. Most of them have been half an hour since the form, which was week 5, I think, 5 or 6. And the last class of week 8 is a 45-minute class. 15 minutes is warming up, 30 minutes is running. I am so stressed out about it. So my review of the program in general is that it is for a beginner, but you really want to be either running quite a lot in the week to sort of complement this program. What I would say is that the instructors are amazing. The form, cadence, and warm-up classes were so beneficial. Like they've really packed in so much information that really helps you with your running journey for a long period of time. It isn't just this will just help for this session. They were really, really important classes for my entire running journey. So I run a lot in the week, but I only run on the tread. So those classes really helped me form some sort of ritual with things I need to check, need to do before I'm running and while I'm running. So that was really good. As a beginner and as somebody who hasn't run, as someone who is on their weight loss journey as well, those classes were good beginning starter points. The 8 weeks, 2 days per week running structure to run for 30 minutes straight is not ideal. I would say that is made more for those. Hiya, Editing Bella here. I'm missing a bit of dialogue here, so the following words are those individuals who would say the following. Okay, let's get back to the video. Thank you, bye! I've been running for a few months. Already I have a little bit of experience. I have the endurance to do it because there's nothing worse, in my opinion, than getting to week 6 and feeling quite confident. Week 6 happens and you're all of a sudden like, it's like you've been dropped in a test that you haven't revised for, you haven't studied for, you haven't even looked at the textbook for. It's so daunting to know. On Friday my week resets because I started my program on a Friday. My program resets on Friday and I'm so stressed about this weekend and getting those big runs out of the way because I know that the max I've been able to run for is 10 minutes straight. I think this is something that I would want to go away from, finish this 8 weeks, and I'd want to go away from after doing more running and come back to when you want to get faster, that sort of thing. It really helps build on a running platform, not build for a beginner. As a beginner, when you're looking at the programs to take, this one would be one that I would have taken a little bit later, or take it at the beginning of your running journey, learn those practices, learn that, take in that information that you learn on the journey, and don't stress yourself to overperform. If you're not ready to take a 30-minute run, try to chop it up. Do 5, break for a minute, 5, break for a minute, 5, break for a minute, you know, and you just keep going. Even if you can't make it and do that 30-minute run at the end, come back to it later on. Once you've done a little bit more running, maybe done other programs. So do it later on and then come back to it. And then you can compare, like the first time you did it, maybe you had a speed of, I don't know, 5 kilometers per hour. Let's say that last 30-minute run. And then the next time you do it, when you're a little bit more experienced, you've taken in those form tips and those endurance tips and that cadence sort of speed and that lesson. Once you've done some more experience in running, worked on your endurance a little bit more through just running more and for a longer period of time, you can compare and be like, okay, well actually I ran it at a 8 this time. Like I ran the whole 30 minutes and at 8. Or maybe you didn't run. Maybe you stopped partially and you walked, and then you start running again the first time round, but this time you can run the whole thing. So it's about progress and making progress, and I feel like for a beginner this maybe wasn't the right program 100%. I feel like the first half was really beneficial for beginners. The second half is a little bit more of the intense side. But again, if you're supplementing or you're coming back into running, this might actually be the way to go. I think, again, like I said, the program was super good and is super good. I think as a new beginner, as a baby runner, as a toddler runner, because now I have gained a little bit of experience, so I would say I'm a little bit of a toddler runner. As a toddler runner, I feel like the last couple weeks were really, really daunting, and it can feel like that for a lot of beginners, or at least it felt like that for me. Some improvements this program could have made is earlier on in the series start really chunking up those runs, because we're now running in like intervals. We're running 3 minutes on, jogging for 2 minutes, 3 minutes on, running. Maybe it would have been more beneficial to do that but then take a pause in the middle, so chunk it up into 3-minute run, 2-minute jog, 1-minute run, walking break, that sort of thing, so that you make your walking recoveries that they still exist. This program really threw their more inexperienced members into the deep a little bit too early, in my personal opinion. During my running journey, I've also injured my hip, so I have had to take a little bit more time out of running than I would have originally liked to. I would have enjoyed far more to be running more often, and also supplementing with this series, with this program. Again, I love Peloton, and I love the energy the classes bring, the structure. Like, I love so much about the whole Peloton community, literally the programs, the classes, everything. Like, there's so much that I love about Peloton, so it's really hard for me to be like, I didn't really like this, or I didn't really like that, or to like really criticize them. I feel like they could have eased you in a little bit more, or maybe made a 10-week program and given you more time. Even though that is quite daunting, I think it would have just helped those beginners to flourish more into their running style, to really gain more experience, but through the program, if you get what I mean. In my opinion, out of 10 stars, I would give the Peloton You Can Run program an 8.5 out of 10. Just because it's too intense, too fast, I believe, and they could have used some more of those beginning hours incorporating that endurance with the form. But in general, love the program, love the instructors. Right, so the next program I'm going to be looking at reviewing, doing is the beginner yoga with Aditi, Anna and Kristen for 3 weeks, but 7 days a week. Also, on top of that, I haven't even said something else. one of the key things I love about the programs and about Peloton in general is that you can get medals and awards and like badges on your profile. So every time you set personal best, you then get a star on that run. Or if it's Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month like it is this month, you'll get a little 2022 API badge when you do that workout. In the programs you do get something similar, so you can see here that I have a bronze, silver and gold. That's another incentive. So if you are someone like me who does enjoy having those, being a little collector of stamps sort of thing, then that is definitely a highlight for me in my personal opinion. That's fun. Yep, so I don't really have much more to say on this topic. I think that kind of wraps up all my feelings. So yeah, so if you guys like content like this and want to hear more Peloton based reviews and experiences and more videos based around Peloton, as I love them so much as a company and I really love the experience quite a lot, I do want to keep making these sort of videos, especially about the tread and the bike. Please leave a comment and tell me what you're thinking, tell me if I missed anything, give it a thumbs up. Tell me your own experiences of the program if you've taken it, subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. See you next time, bye! Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube channel video. Hi guys! Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just honestly can't get this right. Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube. Hi guys. Anyway, thank you very much for a little. Sorry, tongue tied every 5 seconds.